Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Bastion. Let me start off by first asking you to turn off any ad blockers, whitelist me, help me make a career. We have been saying that I thought we were at the end at the last level from about this point, and then we thought this point, then we thought this point, and we were pretty sure it wasn't the last level at this point because this was the level where we rescued Zia, quote unquote. And then we have this huge level, which almost guarantees that we're going to fight Zolf. So that's not what we're particularly going to do today. We're going to try to do this proving ground and then the new dream we've unlocked. So Manser Observatory, a city scientific guild, used this place to experiment with classified inventions.
Manser Observatory. Now there's a sneaky place, overlooking the Tassel terminals themselves. The Ura probably didn't know they were being watched from Manser Observatory. It was the perfect spot to test something no one's meant to know about.
Alright, so I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be doing here. Look at these walls. If we get first and second, we'll have the last two upgrade pieces, I think. Although we won't have enough fragments.
Only trouble was, something about the place drove the windbags crazy.
Okay, so this is a tower defense thing.
Best stand well clear of that impact.
I did some damage there.
Hefty thing like that takes getting used to. Got a pointer in the right direction.
Alright. 59 remaining. I just hit one myself. Just hit another one by myself. I'm doing all the damage.
Whatever gets in her way is in the world of her, but she ain't the fastest thing.
I'm doing well.
When the windbags caused enough trouble, the Mansers conducted their most secretive research far east of the city.
What just happened there? I didn't hit like a reset button or anything, it just reset me. There is a reset button over here. That's weird.
You could cause a lot of collateral damage with her if you ain't careful.
Yeah, like that. No good.
The more crowded it gets, the more trouble you can cause with a single shot.
$43 remaining. So I've only got one to defend.
She's designed to be fine-tuned, just need the proper parts.
Just physically place myself in the way of it. Conduits destroyed, restarting. not doing so well. Try to keep it as far as possible. Keep them as far away as possible.
Not a good idea to drop that thing.
Guys. I don't think so. To go. So, if we restart again, I will exit out because there's no point in doing this all over again. Got down to 11, but if you don't survive, it doesn't seem to matter. So, what is the thing to get you each item is the question. I don't think I can exit. Wow. I'll have to go back to the Bastion at this from the menu because you cannot exit. Little bug there. It just resets you. So I imagine you'd have to use that weapon and not beat. And not take any damage to any of those conductors. So yeah, I can see if we have the upgrade stuff, we could do that. So we have our hammer and our musket. Do we still need the musket? Yes. We still haven't gotten the musket done. So let's try this.
Could use a little shut-eye, I suppose.
At least I made my head on the bed that time. Let's try Zolf's dream.
The Calamity took everything from us. Might be it took even more from Zolf.
There should be more dream levels in games. Just every game. You can pretty much put it in any game that exists. A dream level. The breaker bow would probably help a little bit more.
They met on the worst day of Zolf's life. There in the Hanging Gardens, he aimed to throw it all away. It wasn't the first time Zolf had nothing to lose. He was born to a simple Ura couple who didn't last long before plague took him. grew up hungry in the tunnels of the Tassel terminals, so he took to stealing from a Ceylonian missionary living there.
So just take the damage.
He once got sloppy with his thieving hands. The missionary caught him, but didn't rat him out. Instead, he offered to take him in. That missionary raised Zolf like a gentleman, like he was his own son. Taught him theology, history, and mercy.
Mercy. That's a concept that doesn't seem to really exist in this world. I can talk mercy when you killed everybody in 2 whole areas, if not the entire planet.
When the missionary passed away, Zolf promised to continue his work to bring about a lasting peace between the Ura and Ceylandia. Zolf started teaching the missionaries wisdom to any Ura who would listen, and listen they did. He advocated tolerance and argued that the Ura should atone for the war. He believed the city had much to teach his people. However, Zolf felt he could only do so much in the Tassel terminals. He needed Ceylandia to know the Ura had changed.
Got a lot of these Plactonics ready.
He decided to do what the missionary did many years before. He left the city of his youth to brave a savage land.
So all that was happening in the Ura area.
The journey was hard, but he knew how to fend for himself. And then at last, Zolf saw the rippling walls on the horizon. He endeared himself to city folk straight away, and in turn he fell in love with the city and its people. One in particular.
10 people shoot them. Kill them all. And that's what's required for the vigil of this weapon. What am I not missing?
This young lady was fascinated by the Ura, but she never met anyone like Zolf. She told him she knew all the city's best kept secrets.
Wow, that worked. Yeah, that doesn't sound like it's gonna work well for Zolf.
The Hanging Gardens was their favorite spot. It was there that Zolf clasped her hands and proposed in proper Ceylandian style.
See if we can get this guy to jump off the side. Okay. We're gonna be in... have some trouble here. Might as well try. We have 2 continues.
He celebrated with his friends long into the night. Joy and revelry like he'd never seen. Too bad he couldn't remember it all. It's all right. He woke up alone underground inside the Ceylandian War Memorial, built like an Uraden. But something was wrong.
I hope I succeed here. I'm gonna try my best. Kind of question. One continue. Still didn't get the... Still trying to get the vigil as I'm dying. Just won't give up on it.
He emerged from that hole in the ground into a waking nightmare. Everything that wasn't gone was twisted upside down.
3 more reflections. It's flying, which means my ability to knock them back, well, useful, not super useful. Let's just keep these guys, keep them all bunched up together, why not? Is there something producing more of these? Oh, the last one's gonna be me, right? Almost certainly. I see that coming.
The world was frozen, air thick with ash. What few faces he saw on the street stared back at him with gray and vacant eyes.
It's like no defensive condition. I don't have any black tiles.
Don't worry about it. He found his wife-to-be asleep inside her home, but when he reached out to her, she joined with all the ashes in the sky. That story don't end well anyway.
So let's go back to the Bastion. Whew. Got so close. So close. We gotta take this off. And let's see, what do we want instead? Just Fang Repeater. We never did get to use Snooze Dart. Let's try that. And do I want a hammer or the war machete? No commentary on those weapons? Okay.
What I wouldn't give for a good night's sleep. Zolf had difficulty telling me his story. Haven't heard it. I could understand why.
So now we have to go through all that again, sorry. Because of my failure.
They met on the worst day of Zolf's life. There in the Hanging Gardens, he aimed to throw it all away.
Oh, so he was gonna commit suicide? Oh, this isn't working so well. Getting a lot of damage. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep these things moving.
It wasn't the first time Zolf had nothing to lose. He was born to a simple Ura couple who didn't last long before plague took him.
I gotta get near these guys.
He grew up hungry in the tunnels of the Tassel terminals, so he took to stealing from a Ceylonian missionary living there. He once got sloppy with his thieving hands. The missionary caught him, but didn't rat him out. Instead, he offered to take him in.
So, I guess that keeps him sticky.
That missionary raised Zolf like a gentleman, like it was his own son. Taught him theology, history, and mercy.
Probably don't have this war axe set to the right upgrades. Probably have it still set for the
when the missionary passed away, Zolf promised to continue
ground.
his work to bring about a lasting peace between the Ura and Caelandia. Zolf started teaching the missionaries wisdom to any Ura who would listen, and listen they did.
This is not going well. Well, I'll tell you what, if I manage to screw this up a second time. I do have the tonic that is giving me more health with the more I hit.
He advocated
enemies.
tolerance and argued that the Ura should atone for the war. He believed the city had much to teach his people. However, Zolf felt he could only do so much in the Tassel terminals. He needed Caelandia to know the Ura had changed.
Looks like these little rat guys only come out when you're right next to them.
He decided to do what the missionary did many years before. He left the city of his youth to brave a savage land.
So I have 8 uses where I could just do that. I don't want to do it on these
It's all right.
So I have one more continue. Can we do this? I'm gonna give up after this if we fail.
The journey was hard,
not
but he
fair
knew
to
how to
sit here
fend
and
for
try
himself.
forever.
And then at last, Zolf saw the
Waste of
rippling
time.
walls on the horizon.
This is the failure in my skill and just a slightly less, not upgraded enough.
Don't worry about it.
Man,
He endeared
news, I do
himself
have
to
that
city
bottle,
folk straight away,
that's my
and in
most-
turn he fell in love with the city and its people. One in particular.
8 reflections. And no more continues. don't know if the breaker bow would be any more useful. Maybe the bellows?
This young lady was fascinated by the Ura, but she never met anyone like Zolf. She told him she knew all the city's best kept secrets.
Did I poison myself or did they poison me?
The Hanging Gardens was their favorite spot. It was there that Zolf clasped her hands and proposed in proper Ceylonian style.
Alright, here we go.
He celebrated with his friends long into the night. Joy and revelry like he'd never seen. Too bad he couldn't remember it all.
Sounds like Zolf has more friends in this society than the boy did. Can I play this?
That story don't end well anyway.
Alright, back to the Bastion. There's a definite increase in difficulty from the pipe to the stock pot to the bedroll. With the bedroll being the most difficult. We'll take the dumb musket with us. Because why not? I don't think we're gonna get this vigil done. Defeat 10 or more foes in a one shot. I don't think we're gonna get that done. We didn't have any shrine things enabled at all. So let's give the Mancer Observatory one more try. Maybe we can get it done. No, I don't think we can. I just don't think we have enough fragments. I don't think it's upgraded enough. Just the fact that it's so slow pretty much means I have to be 100% accurate on every shot. Almost got them all killed, but not without destroying all these conduits. Let's get these out there. by you, you're already screwed. Ah. So one last try, and then we're giving up on this episode. An episode where we didn't accomplish anything. It's been not. That's pretty common to have for me to have episodes where I don't accomplish anything, but in Bastion in particular, it's pretty difficult to do, and I've still figured out a way. I can put myself in the way of it. Do that. So again, we've lost. It's too slow. It's just far too slow. So they unlock these things and you just can't get them done. You cannot get these challenge courses done as soon as they're unlocked. And I'm doing particularly poorly on that one. But I suppose if I had saved some fragments and could upgrade this to level 3 at least, then I bet I could do it. Because this is going to make it a quarter as slow. Maybe that would help a little bit. But, yep. Yeah, I've had a lot of series where we've had episodes where I haven't succeeded or done anything for the episode. First time on Bastion, and next episode we're gonna do the final level, so that's as good as a place as any to break this up. So next episode we're not gonna bother trying to do that challenge course again, proving ground again. It's a challenge course, but it's called a proving ground. We're not gonna bother to try and do the dream again, even though I suspect I might be able to pull that one off if I got lucky. It's just not worth the time. We're just gonna do the next level, and that's probably the final level, and that probably means that's gonna be the end of this run, but not the end of this series. We're gonna play this game at least twice, so stay tuned for that. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out with YouTube. If you want to support me through fan funding, all of that is click on my name, Rydo. That'll take you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. YouTube handles all the transaction details. Any amount you can donate will be 100% appreciated. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Google Plus or Steam or Battle.net, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching this episode and putting up with me not doing anything. Really? Have a good evening.